So in the last few years, we've decided that we needed to find a way to make our haunted attraction different from what people are used to in the past. Just like everything on TV, everything in movies, people become more immune, desensitized. You know, in the 80s, you could go through a haunted house and have a kid jump out in a white sheet and people would go running. Well, in 2021, that doesn't work.
One, two.
I'm Chris Galoyu, and my company is Scarventures. I've been building, designing, creating haunted houses since I was about 10 years old. My first one was in 1991 at a home haunt, and just kind of grew that up, blew it up, got to the point where we're in the newspaper, on the news, and you know, a lot of haunters make the mistake of, I want to go professional and try to make money at it, and fortunately we were able to find some niches here and there that became profitable. I think there are a lot of home hunters that make a few mistakes that they can lose everything they've saved up for. When you see what they're accomplishing on shows like Walking Dead, the new versions of these reboots where they've really amped up the special effects, we're no longer desensitized, and we got a new, a new concept that's being brandished on us that's like, whoa, okay, that's gross, it's creepy, very realistic, where they couldn't accomplish all that in the 80s. Same with the haunted house. Pop-up scares, they don't work quite like they used to. So it's, how do you change it? We're not necessarily going for the scare. How do we entertain our guests and make them feel like they got a good value?
Run!
A lot of our actors are very good at improv.
My son has 13 fingers! Ah, the loud noises! You look like you'd wear a tube top to a wedding!
So they can grab and captivate the audience by, putting them in the story. And that's what we've done the last few seasons now, is our haunts actually encapsulate your group and you become part of the maze. You become part of the story. Almost so much so that some of our actors now ask you to do tasks. They get you to drink something, taste something.
All right, who wants to try this?
I
do.
Say something.
I said pay attention.
Interact with a prop. Interact with another character within one given scene.
Now I want you to look into that two times. Yeah, ready to go. You're gonna repeat after me. I'm gonna marry that little girl.
It's just, we're taking it to the next level, but we're also not crossing that threshold that some of these other crazy, quote unquote, extreme haunts would do.
Extreme haunts would do. Extreme haunts would do.
The thing about our scare actors is that we have so many that are so different. Obviously Ty is not only my right-hand man on the building, he's also one of the most energetic chainsaw actors I've ever seen in America. I've been to haunted houses from California to Florida, and he by far is like one of the #1 chainsaw actors I've ever seen.
The man, the myth, the legend. All right, man. So first, what's your name?
Wow, it's yummy delicious.
Yummy delicious, awesome, man.
Okay.
So, hey, Yummy, who do you play here at the Scarventures Red Harvest Hunt?
Well, it's a 1, 2. Yummy, it's coming for you. Yummy. Hello.
All right.
It's me. It's me. It's me. Well, Yummy is
this handsome young man. And I've been doing chainsaw for about 8 years, and I had a daughter about 4 years ago, and I just want to let you guys know, I was going to quit haunting. And one day I was running down on 25th of October, running down with my chainsaw down a haunt fest and completely scaring the shit and intestines out of people. And it was just great. It was awesome to actually see people excitement and startlement. But in reality, I got called on by Chris and Beth, and they reeled me in. And ever since then, I've just been tearing it up and doing my thing. Well, honestly, man, I was like, my whole life I grew up watching scary movies, and it's not a scary movie, but it was a movie I loved as a kid, and it's the movie The Mask. And that's kind of like Yummy. When that mask gets on this handsome man's face, that's a whole nother demon that you just exposed. And he's ready to get you, got you, whatever he has to do, and he's slicing and dicing. The thrill and the adrenaline, it's just, I don't know, it's just something about it. Makes me feel good knowing that somebody got startled or frightened, but in reality, they're like, hey, that's a real person behind that mask. But it was a good time behind it as well. Made me feel like I was about to die, but in reality, I'm getting out of a haunted house, you know? So it's like you said, it's kind of immersive to it. So
Yeah, I know.
it's a lot to, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Just a shout out to that, we're actually going to be doing the tree lot over here at Fright Nights, I'm thinking this winter. So come out, check Krampus out. Yummy will probably be in the lumber yard, cutting down some wood or heads. I mean, just wood, you know what I'm saying? But it's just normal. You know, limbs could be hanging or throats could be getting slaughtered. So just want to holler at you about that. It is what it is. And my fetus stays right here with us, baby.
What's that, man?
That's my fetus. It's my little fetus. It's my little kugu.
Okay. Okay.
I'm Julia Flood.
This is all private property! Oh!
I play the daughter of the Zine family. My name is Fran Zine. Oh, you can call me Fran if for short.
What y'all doing? Where you going? Austin! Oh!
Well, there are many facets when it comes to scaring. You've got the jump scares, you've got these timing different things. And while I initially do a jump scare, I do more of a riff. I always liked the funny comedy, scary movie type things where they take the spoof of what's scary, and I love bringing that into my act. So when I was in a part a few years ago with the same crew down at a lodge, I was able to do a lot more joking. And I think it's needed because by joking with people, you kind of get them, you know, away from being scared. It does a number of things. If I'm actually riffing with them and joking with them, then if another scarer wants to come up, they can come up from behind. Or I get them nice, all relaxed, and as I move them through to the next person, I can walk around, do a quick, you know, or put my face right into theirs on the side and wait for them to turn around. And it's just enough for them to jump because they think they're safe. And I love that. I love that kind of a scare. While I love the background of it, I'd rather be out there. I'd rather be out there ripping and talking to the people. I think that's what makes it fun. You know, and one of the greatest things that happened on this one is because we're here at the brewery, we're able to interact with them, which doesn't always happen. So to be able to come out after a haunt and sit down next to people and hear what they say, whether they liked it or not, what they liked about it, it's what we need. So you really have to have a sense of what it is you're going to do and figure it out. You're looking at clothes, you're looking at how you're going to do your face, how you're going to do your makeup, and how you're going to interact with the people. Is it a jump scare, or is it something where you're going to be talking to somebody, and then you have to start talking to everybody else? I have to know what Bubba's going to say, and then I have to know that what I'm prepping up is going to be for what my mom Zine's going to say, and then Pa's going to say. So you have to have that all in sync, and we figure it all out. And it makes us very close. I love our haunt family because we figure it out together. And that's one of the reasons why I keep coming back too.
I'm Bubba the Butcher and Brewmaster.
This is all part of the brewing process.
He is a very twisted individual. So basically instead of using hops as part of the whole beer brewing process, he uses body parts in place of hops. And what he does, he just basically drives around, kidnaps just random strangers, knocks them out, throws them in his truck, and takes them on back to the brewery and just straps them on down to a table.
Straps him on down to a table.
Back over here and I strap them on.
And then he waits for him to wake up, so that's when the fun begins for him. And then he just guts him alive, nice and slow. It had to do with like watching a lot of horror movies, like mostly Texas Chainsaw Massacre and I believe it was Deliverance. And then not only that too, it's like my mom grew up in Ohio, so I have a lot of relatives from Ohio, and you know some of them have a lot of country accents. So like my accent, that's kind of like where I drew it from. Well, hi there, folks. Welcome on to my butcher shop. This is all part of the brewing process. I kidnap random folks like yourselves, knock them on out, put them in my truck, and then strap them onto the table. And then it gets really fun. And then I gut them nice and slow. And then I can disable the goods while they're still breathing. I don't use hops for brewing. I use bones and I use guts and all that good stuff.
Bones, and I use guts, and all that good stuff.
My name is Carlos, but I play Gerald in the haunted house.
Yes! Welcome! Oh my god, yay!
I like horror, so the first thing I thought of was like, I need to be insane. And then the first film I saw with someone really insane was Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, and the character named Top Shop. But then I was like, that he's very Southern, and like that's not me. Like I don't look Southern. So then I also worked with kids, and I remember I had this girl who was super funny, and we loved her, but she had such a high-pitched voice that it was just annoying. That we're like, perfect. So I talk like this, and then like we go. Yeah, okay, so long backstory short, my grandma, where I started, she did her first house that was homemade. I started when I was young, so I grew up with this. And one of my last memories with her in San Diego with all of us as a family was the last haunted house we did at her house. Sadly, she passed away from cancer, and that's one of my fondest memories. So every time I do a haunted house, it's like me going back in my childhood and being in like just my fantasy. Like I just enjoy it because I bring back memories and all that of my family smiling and being together. Are you sure? Okay.
Yeah.
Hold up. Scene. All right. Hi, my name is Gerald. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I can't wait to see you. Oh, yes. I can't wait to see you. Oh, yes.
I can't wait to see you. Oh, yes!
My name is Jonathan Flood. So I'm one of the brewery workers at the very front of the factory. I just make sure everything's on order. I stock the kegs, I work all the machinery. It's a fun job.
Steps through the process.
By my legal contract, I'm not allowed to disclose that sort of information, but let's just say that we have our own secret recipes. So what do I get out of scaring people is the idea to understand the human mind and how they perceive things, to bend into my real and reality, where to know that I have all the power and I can manipulate their fears and play upon them in a certain way where I can get the reaction that I want out of them. I give the people the benefit of doubt thinking they have the control until they realize they don't. And I slowly creep upon them and I pull more and more and more hope out of them until times come to get that scare. And even when I get that scare, it's not just a jump scare. It's knowing that they've been knowing who I am and it's finally time to come against me. And when they come against me, they know they can't escape.
All right, so it's really simple. I come up close, and every time a hand goes over up the camera, I get a little bit closer every single time. And so it's just more so being able to understand when people look away and then when look back, I'm over here, I'm down here, I'm up here, I make a different face, and it's just more so they don't see it happening, and so when I come in for the kill, I am already right up here. It's the best part.
I'm going to slip in and out of character because once I get this going for the season, I just can't turn it on and off real easy. I'm Hendel. I'm pausing this year.
Would you kindly tell us your real name?
I'm Faith. What the hell do you think you're doing? Leave me get my shotgun? What the hell? You get that thing out of my face. Mom.
Yeah, mama! Give me that! What's going on right now?
Go ahead, Ma.
She said I had to come and get in the fucking barn and whatever that was, and we had to come and make, you know, what the heck. And that's just pretty much it.
I don't have much more of a detailed answer to that.
Go out there and just do shit. That's what the hell we're doing.
It is kind of made up on the fly, ain't it, Ma? This is my natural default character. If I don't have something better to do, I slip right under this, and I usually, I steal it from her. I got no business with this. I'm born right here in SoCal. She legitimately from West Virginia.
This to be normal in California because, oh my God, like for sure, Valley.
I'll let you take that one first, Mama.
I ain't done this before. What the hell are you talking about? It's my first time.
The rookie, technically. And I've been, oh God, I don't know, close to a decade maybe. My favorite part, okay, I'm slipping in and out like I warned you. I think.
Slipping in and out, don't you?
Oh, you know it, baby. Okay, now we ain't making that kind of movie though. At least I don't think so. Everybody's dressed in here. That's what I'm saying.
He gave you the purple panda.
He did give me. Okay. No, what I was going to say, in my opinion, scaring has to have a rhythm to it. You've got the boom, you got the jumps, you got the adrenaline running, you got the chainsaw guy, and you got to have a break from that, right? It's got to be it's almost like a song. We are the, I'm not sure if we're the chorus or we're one of the verses, but we are more often than not, the funny part. You know, we bring him in, we set him up, we get some laughs out of him, we have some fun, then we send him around the corner and have somebody with a chainsaw jump at him. The funnest part for me, I really enjoy when you're interacting with people. People are used to going through and having jump scares. A lot of people think that's what a haunt is. And when you throw in something interactive, they're not ready for it. Watching the way they react is so entertaining. You would be shocked at the things people will do when you tell them to in that context. You're in character. Yeah! I have had so much fun. I'm doing it again. I had so much fun with that over the years. That was my absolute. I don't really have a lot of talent for the jump scare kind of thing. There's a group of guys who have very specific talent with that. I'm the other end of the spectrum. I like to interact with you. I like to play with you. And then after 2-3 minutes of doing that, then I'll pop you with something.
That's true. I love y'all. I just think this is a hoot and hound out. I think y'all should have more fun like this, and everybody should try it. Just get out of their shell a little bit.
Come on out and give it a
shot.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys.
All right.
That's it.